Welcome to the zone where geeks collide, where comics and heroes come alive. Marvel, DC, Starfleet in the mix. Lightsabers flash, we're nerding out quick. Rican's the name of the show. Dive into the worlds you already know. From the big screens to the comic store. Super stories and so much more.
Why are you pointing at me?
I'm not here doing a pose like I'm a model.
How are you guys doing today? This is a new episode of Rican. I am vastly confused.
I'm Moho. This guy.
I'm El Canto.
Yeah, El Canto.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We're talking about Bruno before we even started.
I'm glad because my name is not
Yeah,
Bruno.
we were talking about Encanto because he's never seen Encanto.
Mm-hmm.
My name would be Brunho, but not Bruno.
Excuse him.
Excuse him.
Excuse him, please.
Over there.
Bruno.
Nah.
But the thing is, adults, I don't care what age bracket you are, when it comes to these 3D animated features, and I don't care what the storyline is, every age bracket is watching and enjoying this. It touches all.
Some age brackets might like it more.
My favorite.
others,
It's the song that really gets the people.
My favorite movie is Pixar. It was a Pixar. Wall-E.
Oh, I love Wall-E.
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 Wall-E. I love Wall-E.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I love that movie.
love that movie.
Up was another one that was really good.
Although when I went to see Wall-E, I went by myself and there was a bunch of kids. I'm like, I've never felt so much like a predator till I do now.
Never felt so awkward.
Didn't
When
mean
I went
that.
to see Toy Story
You didn't
3,
mean that.
there was more adults in the Toy Story 3 than there were kids. And I know at one point there was a kid who, like, their parent was crying. They were like,
No, Toy
why?
Story is
And
deep.
they had no,
Toy Story is
for
deep.
us,
Yes.
But for these kids, no, they did not care at all. That scene when they were in the incinerator holding hands, we were all sobbing, all the adults, and all the kids are like,
Yeah.
Toy Story was.
Remember, you're talking about toys. We're talking about we grew up with toys. They grew up with toys. There's no difference. We had
like he forgot about us. That means
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like a Peter Pan almost.
Yeah.
when you
I
look at
mean,
it.
now, of course, in our days, for us, it's like we're collecting those same things because they take us back to that time.
Well,
They take us back to that time when we enjoyed it.
You know
and we
that's-
collect it.
you know the theory behind Peter Pan, though.
Which is?
I was looking up something. Peter Pan was actually the one that was abducting the kids.
yes.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah, I heard
And the
that.
captain was the one that was trying to save them.
Mhm.
They did that in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
And they made him a villain in that.
Good show.
I loved Once Upon a Time when it first came out.
I love when they brought Elsa
people
back.
slept on that show, too.
They slept on it.
Elsa?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that-
Yes,
the
Snow
whole
White,
Frozen.
Cinderella. You had them all.
yeah.
I know why she's looking at me when I say that.
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah.
at you because you brought it up.
Yes, I did.
I know you did. I can't stand this song. I can't. More. You want to know the
That's
truth?
all,
Play that
that's
song for about 5 minutes. I'll tell you anything you want. Don't just tell me
I'll
hear
be
that
on
song.
here for 5
Mo.
minutes.
And I'm glad they didn't let it go either.
Yes,
'Cause
exactly.
The snow glows right on the mountains.
Mo, let it go. Let it go.
I am.
and you
We
know
got
what,
a commercial break coming up. I'm gonna let it go.
You know what? Though? There's a Spanish guy. He does the
You could say the Spanish version.
no.
Oh
He says it differently.
Dejala salir.
He said, "Let it go, let it go, let it go."
no.
Projino, the Prodigy.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That's what I wanted to bring
my
up.
God.
Perfect point is that when it's done in another language, sometimes it's more hilarious than the
Yes.
English version.
Because he
Ice Age.
I
is
say
a-
in Spanish.
Oh my God! when-
Naruto in Spanish had me in
Oh, yeah.
Stitches, bro.
Naruto, the anime, watching the first season in Spanish, it was on some channel I caught. I have never laughed harder in my life.
The sloth that's played by John Leguizamo, but his counterpart in Spanish, I love Leguizamo.
Diego is a
Diego, he's so much funnier. And because it's in Spanish.
Donde
And then
está
what is
el
it,
baby?
I keep forgetting the what they call the
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
love that scene.
Or like when I'm going to say the larger elephant because I can't remember the name
He's
of
a
the
woolly
beast.
mammoth.
The woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Man, he's a woolly mammoth. I will never forget
That comedian said stop, and you hear stop. But the other one, basta, you hear basta, basta, basta. I started
That
losing
movie
it,
is
bro.
so funny.
In Spanish, it's hilarious.
Yeah, that movie
So
is
much
so
fun.
funny.
Just like action movies in Spanish are more deep. Like,
Especially when they use the original
Yeah.
Spanish language.
Oh
You'd be like,
God.
wait, that doesn't mean that now. You
'Cause
know?
Oh yeah, when you have to translate like older texts and stuff like that.
Mhm.
before
I've
my
never watched Star Trek in Spanish, but I'm pretty sure that would be hysterical.
my grandfather before he
I already
passed,
know Bones would be hysterical.
we were in my grandmother's nursing home, and Terminator came up.
Oh God.
I was never so deep into it the way I was in English
That it was
than Spanish. I was like, oh wow.
It hits harder in a
It
different
is harder,
for
but there's some
reason.
parts you just go, él dijo eso.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then jokes translate completely differently sometimes.
Oh.
So it's like, you know, the English version of it, and then you hear it in Spanish, you're like, wait, that's actually way funnier in Spanish.
Actually way
It's
funnier.
the same thing in reverse. Like a Spanish movie, and you try to read. He didn't say that. When you read the subtitles, you're like, he didn't say
Say
that.
that? No. That's the funny part. You can watch it and you say, no, I know dijo eso. No, that's no, deja eso.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
get that
funny.
way with a lot of anime because I know enough Japanese to catch certain things, and I'd be like, that's not at all what they said in that translation. But okay.
That's what we're doing. Ria's watching some Korean comedy, and I'm in the kitchen and I'm laughing, and she was like, "What are you laughing about?" I said, "What the guy just said." She was like, "Oh, he said this." I said, "No, he didn't say that."
When you
I was like,
when
"No,
you
he
watch
didn't."
it enough and you know,
Well, because
Yeah.
brought up with Koreans, I know how to speak
Mhm.
it. So I'm like, "He didn't say that." Because she was like, "No, he said darn it." I said, "Oh no, that curse was deeper than darn it."
It's like
But that's why it's funny about it when you read
Yeah.
it.
it's funny like
okay.
with Dragon Ball Z and when they did the translation of Nani? What? Really?
Nani?
And then everywhere you hear, at first I was like, when I was first hearing it, it's like some brothers are talking to each other. You know, they're nerds. If they're talking something and something wasn't disagreeable, we go, Nani?
Mhm.
I'm like, what was that? And then when
Yeah,
I figured it out, I was like,
yeah.
This
Now I mess with my boss. It's like when he says, you know, you didn't clock in on time. Nani?
you know this
And he just looks at me like, what the hell are you saying?
this might shut down the program, but
Uh-oh.
porn does that. The
They do Nani?
They do that?
They do the punan, but
They do Punani.
the translation is basically the same.
Wait. First of all,
They go
Oh yeah, they do like Dragon Ball.
Wait.
Nani?
They go the same way.
I gotta press the rewind button right here real quick. Who watches porno to hear what they say?
I do.
He watches porn for the plot.
Exactly.
Like,
He's on fanfiction. Wait, sorry.
Oh!
For fanfiction.
Oh!
Fanfiction writers will get this. He is the tag, the plot, the porn what plot.
yeah. Who cares for the plot? Get to the.
He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean he came here to deliver pizza and he didn't do it?
No, but
Where's the pizza?
I would eat the pizza
The
first.
cake is a lie. You know that, right? So it's
But the
like,
translation is the
plumber's
same.
not there.
she knows what I mean when I say
The translation is the same.
You know, I
though.
did the hammer is my
Oh.
joke last
No,
night
but
to
yeah,
someone.
it is. When they be like, especially in Spanish, if they were like, do it harder, and they say in Spanish, it'd be like,
I was
oh,
so
faster
shook.
or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not what she said.
No, she said Maduro. But you know, they're trying to cater to an audience. It's like, what are you catering for? Porn?
No, but what I'm trying to say is that in Spanish there are more ways to express yourself with certain because
Yeah.
Spanish culture
Yes.
is so
Yes.
big. Duro is different than,
Duro.
than más fuerte
Duro.
or dale.
Fuerte.
You know, so that,
Same thing. It usually follows with a physical thing.
I was
That
gonna
way
keep
you
going
get
and
it.
say how many times you clap.
I know. I'm waiting.
I
I'm going like this.
People get that part. They don't get the word duro. They get that part. And it's, that's what he said. Harder.
Yeah, no, but there's different. Like the cultures is different. It's Spanish is more. It's much. How should I
Because
say this?
más fuerte in real language, it's more stronger.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's not meaning more harder.
No.
Mhm.
So,
But in some Spanish cultures, it means harder.
yeah, when
Yeah.
you're doing the sexual act.
Yeah.
But when you speak in regular,
Yeah.
it's still.
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah,
it
you
all
clean that
depends on
up
where.
for you. The sexual act.
No, even in regular things.
In regular things?
In
Really?
regular-
You hear Maduro and it has something to do
Dale
not with sex?
Maduro. Dale Maduro con fuerza. Dale con fuerza. So,
With strength.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cooking? What
No,
where you hear
just
that
like
differently?
hammering. That was the weakest laugh I've ever heard the producer do. That,
He was looking at his phone doing it.
and then he came out and went, "What the
I read this and I laughed at your joke. I said,
hell is that, Charles?"
I don't know.
He was out of nowhere. He sounded like the Pillsbury Doughboy when they tickled him.
You know, it didn't come off.
Yeah, we could see.
Oh my
yes.
God.
In other news,
Let's go to another subject.
Yes.
Yeah.
one of the latest releases that I'm looking forward to. It's already
What she said.
aired out. Aired out the information that it's already in production, and we're waiting for it. But this an adaptation through Boom Studios, otherwise subsidiary of Boom Comics. Keanu Reeves, Berserker. Now they're doing a live action film, and he's going to star in it. And they're already talking about that the violence level as far as because remember, he's created a whole new action theme that takes away from what original action movies were. He created a whole new genre of it. The only other film that I can think of that even came close, because Charlene said, "Let me join your group and train with you," was Atomic Blonde. That's the only one that came close to doing the same exact action sequences. All others are all right, but Keanu set the bar.
It would be stupid if Boom Studios did not take him, though. I mean, the
They
character looks
collaborated
like
with
him.
them for
Yeah.
that. So
That's what I'm saying.
That's his baby.
That's his.
That's his brainchild of the character Berserker.
I think I didn't like. You know how many alternate covers they came out with, bro? They had a leather-bound cover. They had a leather-bound with
And I could be wrong. You could correct me on this, but I think there were like 6 variants of that first.
way more.
More?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know of the leather one. I know of the Spanish foil one that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. And a different variant, which was a different drawing of Berserker itself. I forgot what they did on that one, but there's so many of them. But he himself is going to be. I mean, of course, it's his baby, so why not him? Of course, to then bring this character to life in film and in anime. He's going to voice the animated version of that feature as well.
Now, is the anime going to be a rip-off of the movie he's going to do?
It's the same character, Berserker, but
Right.
they have an animated storyline that they're doing, and
That's
he's
what I'm
going
saying.
to voice that.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
going to tie into the film.
Okay.
It's going to tie into the film, and then of course, then you have the live action movie. They're talking about that they're going to go back to his group from from the John Wick days. No, the John Wick crew.
I don't know anything about Berserker, so I'm just
The John Wick crew
vibing.
that he uses for when it comes to doing the John Wick film. So you're going to be looking at that kind of level and a step higher, because Berserker
Ain't this man
is
too old
Berserker.
for this,
Well,
though?
he's in his 50s. He looks
And
good
he's
for 50.
got like a lot of health issues. Like he during those movies hurt himself multiple
Well,
times.
I mean, you got to look at it
Doing
like
your
this.
own stunts come at a price. I'm not gonna lie.
Tom
That's-
Cruise is way older, and
don't like
he's pushing 60. What? Shut your mouth.
I don't like Tom Cruise. I
She
think
don't.
he's a horrible actor. I think I don't understand the hoopla.
Producer guy.
Yeah, it's
Charles.
the end of the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not only the end, but after this commercial break, can we just have her sit with you?
We have auditions for a new.
Yeah, because this is dead wrong. How dare you? That really, I
You heard his soul.
I
You didn't just hit his heart. You heard his soul.
remember what I said I would say to his face earlier too in the car if something happened with Doctor Who. Well, I'm not gonna say it now because I don't.
Well, you already heard his
happened.
soul. You couldn't go any worse than that. Go ahead, hit him in the kuyans right there. Make him jump out of his chair. Get ice. Pack it down.
No, I'll leave it for later.
Ooh,
But yeah, Tom Cruise sucks.
there's a pecosa in your future.
He's trying to mentally kill me, using his Jedi skills. So,
And slowly he turns.
In this 1 minute, I'm gonna try to blow her brain. Wait, that didn't sound right. Sorry.
Normally I say, that's my child you're talking to, but I'm like,
Yeah, no.
go ahead, give me that
He's
drop.
gonna try to recreate that scene in Scanners.
Oh, yeah. It's
Good
expected,
movie.
going back to the story, it's expected for 2027.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Expected in 2027. They're going forward with this full steam, but they need that group that he normally, it's like the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys that he works with, that crew, because he does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, depending, because he's an immortal.
Does he do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or is that just the way he walks when he's drunk?
His group is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He knows that shit. Sorry, I'm going to say it that way, but he knows that stuff. And if you ever watched YouTube, he has done the Quantico FBI shooting course, and he did it in under 45 seconds. I watched him when he dropped, and he was the first one. He is like when it came to guns, right? He's the one that invented the flick of the wrist as the cartridge comes out. He's the only one that did it. They'll have done it. And then some other actress said, I learned this, and she was showing how she just click and flicks. I said, well, that's Keanu Reeves' move. Only one that ever started it. Now people are following it in that respect, that when they have it, you're doing drop a magazine, just click the thing, drop it out, drop another. 10 seconds. Keanu Reeves invented that.
Alrighty, in that aspect, we'll be right back after these commercials. We're gonna blow our brains out.
Flick a cartridge and put another
and
one
blow
in.
our brains out.
Remember, Tom Cruise sucks.
Come, let's play. Radio. Come, let's play. Fun is what we crave.
Let's go.
You're listening to New York City's LDM Radio. Another long stretch of continuous music.
Back into time. Flashback.
Make my move, gonna live my dream, gonna live my
New York City's LDM Radio.
The best radio station in the world is right here, right now.
And we're back. And missing someone.
As you can see, we lost a Cruise hater, Tom Cruise hater, because she wasn't right by saying what she said.
No,
Oh, that's nothing compared to what she said off screen.
Yes, and off screen she hurt my feelings.
No, she hurt your soul, bro. I never seen a chin waver. I mean, the chin was about to vibrate into the wall. That's how hard it was vibrating before a cry.
Yeah, it's just sad.
Just
but
that.
we're gonna bring her back right now.
Yeah.
Give her another chance?
Yeah, we're gonna redo it.
Well, we're definitely giving her another chance.
Yeah.
Come on back. Spawn of Satan. Reappear.
Yeah, he Tom Cruise.
I still hate him. I said what I said.
Look, it never worked for me raising her. What chance do you have right now as an adult?
I was raised by wolves, all right? Let's just say that.
Well, I am Harry, so either way.
Yes, you are.
Even the minions don't agree with you. And that's a minion break. Not anymore.
Alrighty, and our next subject. Oh, we're going to continue with the Keanu Reeves?
Well, the Keanu Reeves, as I said, they're coming out in animated feature as well as live action, due for 2027. So Netflix will bring it out.
That's if we're around after this asteroid. But anyway, that's a whole other subject.
Well, that's another story.
That's not going to hit us. It's a spaceship, remember?
Yeah.
Two subjects.
Last time I was there, yeah.
Yeah, last time they said that. Really? So as far as DC movie releases and what we feel about them, because knowing that they already have the sale going on, eventually they either be part of Paramount or whoever it is that winds up buying
They
them.
turned down Paramount. I don't know why you keep bringing them up. He's so hopeful that DC is going to get owned by Paramount. They've already turned down the Paramount.
But then there's Disney in the background. But I said that would become a monopoly if Disney controls also DC while they have Marvel.
And if DC does control Marvel, if Marvel does take control of DC, I hope they keep it separate.
They should keep it separate.
I don't know if they'll be able to do it.
The one great hope will come out of this is, as in the comic books, when they have the crossovers,
the amalgamation
between them, then it'd be more something that will happen. because they've had some great crossovers.
And that's something
The
else.
Amalgam
want
Universe
that.
was one of them.
I don't want
That's something I read too. That the amalgam actually saved Marvel. They were going bankrupt at that
They
time.
were beyond that point. That's why Stan did what he did when he sold licenses to other people to get the money to create Marvel Studios, and then of course Blade and the success of Blade. All three films. I mean, the third one not so much, but the first and second gave them the money they needed
Spawn,
to put
too.
on Iron Man, which
Yeah.
then was
The
another
success of
$1 billion
Spawn is what
hit.
led to them
Mhm.
doing Blade too.
Yep. So those three things took them out of the near, like 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot out, and put that foot out of the grave, and now look at where they're at today. Yeah, I mean, look, amongst movies and as far as films are concerned, I'm going to say that Marvel's had a good track record.
Yes.
I'm not going to say over the 10 years.
Better track record than DC.
Huge track record. DC has been like,
And it's sad because DC has the better characters.
well, yes and no.
They have
I mean,
better storylines in certain aspects too, but they don't know how to continue and keep the storylines going. They just, after a while, they're like, "Oh, we wrote ourselves into a corner.
They need
Let's
to
just
stop.
do a crisis and restart it from wherever."
but
They
this
need
is
to
where,
stop
this is where it
retelling.
comes into the next subject.
And that's
is
another
when-
thing. They keep retelling the same things over and over again, and after a while, it gets very tiring.
That's what I keep saying before, which is the next subject, is when executives hurt franchises. They do, because if you're just considering just the money, and let's do another film for another money. Let's do another film, we perform. Like, you're looking at the money aspect, but you're not looking at who's paying for it. Yeah, they're going to come out, they're going to say it sucks, and then it's going to drop. Like, for instance, I'm not saying that it sucked. It was good, but not great. But Corn Sweat Superman.
Sucked.
It ranked now behind Black Adam.
I think it was better
Which
than
right-
Black
and-
Adam.
I would think
No.
they're right there. But I like Black Adam too, and I like what it would led to had they brought on the whole sequence of Black Adam versus Superman. I mean, that's kind of classic even in the comic books. But it didn't. But as far as ranking concerned, that's where it's at. That's like it's like the Acolytes ranked lower than the 1977 or 78 Star Wars Christmas
But people are
episode.
trying to get
And I
the
mean,
show back
lower than
on
that.
now.
Huh?
The people are trying to get that show back on too. I was telling him about that. The
I'm
Star
like-
Wars.
I mean, well, you know what?
It's tied because of the whole Ben Solo thing. I was telling you how the guy Adam Driver had announced that they were going to do a movie. It was supposed to be like a solo Ben. I think it's The Hunt for Ben Solo, and it was going to be after the last trilogy. So it's supposed to be picking up after that. And they Disney turned it down because they're like, "Well, your character's dead." It's like technically, who really stays dead in Star Wars? Anyhow.
True, but
So they turned it down,
He's
but
not
it
a
was-
Force ghost as far as anyone was concerned, because the only Force
That
ghost at
doesn't
the end of the
matter.
movie,
They could have changed it and done
Yeah.
whatever they wanted. I was very curious to see it. Like, they were working on the script, and a lot of fans got really like upset when they heard that it got canceled. So they people actually they bought I think it was a billboard on Times Square. Like, they've been pushing for it now. Like, they really want that movie, and now with that popping up, a lot of people from the Acolyte are also saying maybe we should do the Acolyte, because they in the books that they released, there was a lot of really cool background for Manny Jacinto's character. I forget his name because I didn't see the Acolyte, but his character is supposed to be the Ren. He's the one who creates Knight of Ren. So I remember that was like a big thing, and that was another thing that I was kind of like looking into, and they said it in the book too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I mean, not for nothing, I've always said the Acolytes had a good theme and an idea, but it was just executed poorly.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it because it was good. It was trying to show the dark side, and I'm gonna say it this way: the dark side, of course, of the Order. You know, because they're keeping secrets and things like that. I'm like, come on now.
I'm waiting.
That would be something you would see from the dark side, as far as others are the Palpatines and all those who are seeking to control. What are you trying to control here? That's what I mean, because you're not about control. You're about peace. You want peace across the galaxy. Peace within yourself, peace within everybody else. So hiding secrets doesn't create peace. It creates chaos. Chaos then leads to what the path of the dark side is. So as stories are concerned, the Acolytes had a good thing, but the director didn't really
I think that's
just.
debatable.
I'm 50-50 on that. Maybe even a little 60-40.
I have to watch it.
They
so I
had
can get
this.
my
They
actual-
sprinkled on the last episode. They sprinkled Yoda as far as an end credit scene,
I heard
and
Palpatine,
then
Plagueis.
Plagueis.
Yeah.
So for like, oh my God, there's
The fact that I've
Plagueis.
not seen this show and yet I still know all this information is hysterical. Just because I've been reading up on all this stuff, and when they dropped the book, I remember reading a little bit of that stuff, and I thought that was cool about the whole like he potentially is the creator of the Knights of Ren, like he is Ren. So I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. Like I would like to see more of that and their whole storyline, because I feel like also too the third movie, the whole him killing the Knights of Ren, I thought that was so dumb. I was like, I don't know. But anyhow.
Some ideas, like I said, come up in the haze of bong smoke. Let's kill them all off. And then others are like, wait, the light of reason.
It's a bad idea that did not come from.
I'm waiting for 2 original series to come out.
Which is?
Vader.
Yes.
And Maul.
Maul is really good.
Maul, I think
Maul
between
was
the
really
two,
good.
Between the two, I want to see Maul more than I want to see Vader.
Because Maul is only shown in the animated.
Yeah, but Maul is like, he's not just a dark Sith. He's weasing himself into the underworld, which is incredible because sometimes the underworld don't fear.
Wasn't he a Sith that turned his back on what they represented? Because at the end, he's still.
Yeah.
He like I remember.
But that's the same thing with
with
Ahsoka. She turned her back on the Order.
Yeah, she joined the New Order.
But that happens
because of Vader.
She joined the New Order, which was it's not a famous order, but
right.
Yeah.
Well, they're different orders when it comes to Jedi. I remember reading that different types from the Sith to the Light, and then there are other orders of Jedi as well.
Yeah.
And back to the acolytes. I wasn't feeling that whole break the saber with your head. I don't care what gear you have.
Oh, because it was supposed to be it was made out of metal. I remember that I saw that fight scene where he headbutts the because that metal apparently affects the lightsabers and makes them faulty.
That's what I like neither.
But he was also, I did watch that scene. He was using the illegal move where he would turn it on and then turn it back on, turn it off and then turn it back on to like skewer people. That's actually an illegal move in that universe.
It's bad enough that on the bottom of the hill kept a lightsaber blade.
That was dope.
Which was close.
And that's the only fight scene I've seen is that little sequence. And then him coming out of the water naked, which is what everybody was sending me. They were like, "Oh, you would like this."
Other than the water naked scene, let's move that aside. Not my favorite.
It was mine.
You wanted to see a different lightsaber.
Mine was the fact that they actually showed that the Jedi
You
Order.
say that they actually do like that in those books.
The Jedi Order had a martial art. If you watch the fight scenes, and they talked about this, that no one uses it later on, like Luke or whatever. This was the Order's form of martial arts with their sabers. Because what's his name? I forgot the Asian character when he was fighting. Even one of them. He doesn't have a name. Well, he does have a name.
He doesn't have a real name.
He does. I just can't remember it now. But when he was fighting,
that name is not his real name, though.
Oh, okay. When he was fighting against what would become the twin that becomes the Sith, using the Force choke, he was fighting using just his bare hands, and she had a lightsaber, and she was no match for him. He was using actual martial arts skills.
So that's something else I don't like about the newer Star Wars.
Which is?
You have weapons now that are capable of handling lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
Stormtroopers carry it. I don't like that. The lightsaber to me is the ultimate weapon. It's a weapon of sacred. It's sacred. It's
like the way Pedro had a hard time with the black saber, but he was unable to use it for some reason.
Right, heavy.
It wasn't.
No. It was just the fact. Yeah,
it was affecting his emotions, and he just like at first he seemed to be fine, and all of a sudden it's like the black saber itself causes some sort of
Isn't there a fan theory that the kyber crystals are like actually sentient? I've read that, like that those crystals
I've heard of that.
Sentient,
I've heard of that as
and
well,
that's why it's hard for people to utilize them, or for some people it is easier for them to fall into the dark side because of the crystal.
When a Sith makes the kyber bleed, that's a sad part for the kyber.
Yeah. And I think that's where like a lot of those theories come into it, but
Mhm.
that it kind of influences you as well too.
Yes, influences your
And if
dark
I-
emotions, your dark feelings.
If I'm not mistaken, the planet that was given to Vader is like it holds so much kyber
Mm-hmm.
that kybers are close to none in the outer rims or nothing.
But remember, the weapon on the Death Star itself is powered by kyber crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it? Rogue One. They went to a temple full of kyber crystals to steal those crystals to power
weapon?
the weapon.
What was it again?
The Death Star.
Oh,
Their main weapon, which destroyed planets, they went to on a planet that would house a Jedi.
I thought it was Trump's ballroom.
I
thought it was Trump's ballroom.
Could be, could be, but they went to a planet in which an old Jedi Order had a bunch of kyber crystals there for, either the younglings or whatever. But they came to destroy it and recover all those crystals so that the main weapon can be used, and it's used by a kyber crystal. So that powerful laser is actually a lightsaber, but it destroys planets.
From Rogue One.
Yeah, from Rogue One. It went to the planet, collected the kyber crystals so they could be used to power the weapon.
I remember that. It's been a minute since I've seen Rogue One. I don't remember that.
It was just surprising that the Death Star can go light speed. In Rogue One they introduced that, but if you look at the first and even the second one, it's like it just
It was like a
impulse.
But in those original movies, I always
I
pictured
assume it should be able to do it.
in the back of my mind. I was like, it has to, because it can't.
That's what I thought the same, but it never
ships-
did, so I didn't think so. But then when Rogue One shows it here, and all of a sudden, boom, appear at this planet, I'm like, oh, damn.
I think it's safe to assume that in any universe that has like warp drive or anything that could do light speed like that any ship is capable of it, but that depending on the ship's size and its capability to hold certain things is how fast it can go.
And that's something I don't like about Star Trek. Star Trek, the top speed at one time was 5.
Yeah.
The most they could go in the original series, I believe, was 8 or 9. They were pushing 9.
In the TNG, in the original series, right?
In the original series.
And that was pushing it.
9.
In
But
Enterprise, it was warp 5 because at the time they were going to go warp 2. Max.
And Enterprise takes place before the original series, technically.
Mm-hmm. And Enterprise, Jonathan Archer and his father created the first warp 5 ship.
Now, what I don't like is that, okay, that was ancient times in terms of Star Trek.
Yeah.
So why is it that all the other aliens are also going through that same ancient time? Why is it that a Klingon ship doesn't go as fast?
Well, Klingons also are like the definition of shooting yourself in the foot constantly. What was the episode of Lower Decks when they were showing them all the ships were going backwards in time, and they were just getting worse and worse and worse as they went back in time, because they are not a scientifically led populace. Like they did obviously make ships and stuff like that.
Then the Vulcans.
The Vulcans were way more advanced than
but their ships didn't go that fast neither.
No.
Because their ships, I think, were designed more for like longer travel, because they were going and doing like
Deep space missions and stuff like that. But whereas Klingons were like, oh, we just want to take over, and so they were just slapping together these ships from stuff that they had found, and then.
So what about the blue guy? The blue
guy?
Which?
The blue guys. The blue guys.
You mean in the Andorians?
There you go.
The Andorians. Yes. Okay. Again, another war-facting, more.
And Andorians are different from Enoch as well, because that's the guy who's peaceful. In Strange New Worlds.
Andorians are more military. They're more about conquest as well.
Yeah.
But from a political standpoint, but they make no mistakes. They do have weapons of war.
It depends on how they develop.
Speed becomes a factor in weapons of war, so that's why they try to push speed to the limit, especially if they want to get a bunch of troops to a place at one time and conquer the war.
Speed should stay with the battleships.
Yeah.
With the little ships that come out, the big ones.
But this is also too kind of like how
a Katinga class Klingon cruiser is supposed to go fast, but it will go no more than warp 9 flat. Now you go to a Sovereign class starship like the Enterprise E, its maximum speed is 9.7. So it's not only meant for like at war to get there fast, because remember, Starfleet is not about war, it's about exploration and rescue. So if a planet is in need, boom, they need to get there fast to, one, evacuate people, get them, into shuttles and ships that they have, get them on board and get the hell out of there. Let's say, like for instance, when, and if I'm not mistaken, at the time of Picard, when Romulus was destroyed.
Oh, when they were helping the people,
When the sun exploded and it was a supernova, boom, coming
That's
to
the event that put Spock into the other universe,
That's
right?
why they mobilized as many starships, even those that were in mothballs, get them out, get them slightly upgraded as far as speed is concerned, and their shuttle bays to be ready to get to Romulus to rescue as many Romulans off the planet and take them to shelter areas or star bases until they can find them a new place to live. So that's where speed comes in.
But I also think that also is where the Prime Directive comes in as well too.
Yes.
Why they can't interact with certain species that don't have that availability, because you
Yeah.
might influence them to do something different than they are already going through and stuff like that. So they might get different classes of ship, or they might develop something different. The one planet developed weapons because of the warp that they were exposed to.
And on that note, we'll be right back after these Vulcan commercials. Bye-bye.
Hi, I am Charles Aloma, and I am the owner of the LDM Network, and I hope that you're enjoying this episode. But if you want to see past episodes of this show or any other of our shows, go to the ldmnetwork.net. We have large contents of different type of shows, and we even have podcasts. So again, check them out at ldmnetwork.net. So without further ado, let's get back to this.
Puerto Ricans.
These queens won't shut up.
Hello, and welcome to the
Yes, my princess.
welcome to the Caddy Nerderican version segment of this part. The Caddy version.
I said
Caddy
these
version.
queens won't shut up.
Yes, and Queens and whatever it is. Go for it.
Oh my God! Speaking of the text you sent me, Luke Evans.
Speak English.
Luke
By the
Evans.
way, so Luke Evans is going to be playing Frankenfooter in the revival of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I sent it to Dad, and he sent me.
Yeah, that was the first thing I saw her doing. She's like, you know the usual. Excuse me?
I said, "Let's go."
Let's go.
Wow.
As soon
I'm
as she
so
read
excited
that, I
for
knew
this.
exactly. That's why I sent
So
the picture of
excited.
this.
So excited! Oh man, this is like
Well,
the first
Rocky Horror
time.
is back. I mean, you see it in places that are remote, because I've seen them in remote places.
It is the longest
They're still
running.
running midnight shows, and people are coming dressed up. They're bringing
Yeah.
their paper towels.
It's been literally in
toilet
theaters for
rolls.
almost like 40-something, 50 years.
40 plus years.
It-
40
yeah,
plus years.
yeah.
Your mother
Used to work at a theater, yeah.
No, she worked at the first theater that ever had it at midnight, the New Yorker Theater. The New Yorker Theater, she was the person that was getting paying. You go to the concession, get the tickets. She was the one outside. Back in the days when they were outside in the glass boom, locked in and just taking tickets, and people are coming for the midnight showing
so
in
jealous.
costume. Many
So
Frankenfooters
jealous.
and other characters, toilet rolls, and she's just getting their tickets every Saturday midnight showing. Rocky Horror Picture
I grew
Show.
up with that movie, literally. So
Literally.
I have friends who like never seen it before, and then we watch it for the first time, and I know every word.
Time to take the time.
I've known that movie since I was
again.
born. But yeah, I'm so excited. Luke Evans is gonna be Frankenstein.
I'm ready to start going. Stopping myself.
Oh
Alrighty.
man.
But yeah, I mean, that is a classic show in itself.
Cult classics.
More than a cult classic. I mean, it is the ultimate first ever good, great cult classic that today, even if it's not in, like now with Luke Evans revising it, it's going to be on Broadway. You could imagine day one when that opens.
I think it's like the first Broadway revival in like 15 years or so too.
And when that day happens and they have it, yeah, I'm gonna be there to check it out. I'm gonna get tickets to check it. I don't care. I want to see it because it's gonna be a spectacle and a half. And how long will that be running?
I just want to see Luke Evans in fishnets and bustier.
And don't
I'm
forget,
a very simple person.
don't forget the bands, the snaps. Just saying.
I could care
It's
less
not
what they're
fishnets,
called.
fish,
I could care less what those
and
things are
high
called.
heels, and the heels that go with it.
Not to,
My
and
brother has to learn how to dance with those heels on.
not to change the subject or anything here, but I am.
But I am.
What do you think about the? I saw Chris Evans might be Batman.
Brave
What?
and bold. Yes, they're talking about Chris Evans
Tom
being.
Cruise, right?
Let it go, Charles. Let it go.
Porquería eso.
Wow! Sounded like your mother for a moment right there. Wow! Porquería esto. It's like, whoa, what? Okay.
Garbage.
Anyway,
Anyhow.
Chris Evans.
My husband.
Mm-hmm.
He just had a baby too.
And he
Shout
married
out.
Latina.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
He's
he
getting
did.
that
He
good
was
rice
smart.
and beans.
She locked him down with a baby real quick. I'm so proud of her. I heard about the baby and I'm like, she did her work. Locked him down.
So, what do you think? Do you think it'll work?
No. And I love Chris Evans, but no.
I don't see him as Batman. I see him as Captain America.
Exactly.
And you know, even for a minute, I could see him as
No.
Human Torch.
I could see him as like Dick Grayson. I could see him playing like he would be a phenomenal Dick Grayson.
Nightwing.
But
There's your Nightwing right there. I would say that.
and he got
Nightwing.
all the cake needed. Because that's everyone's complaint is that Nightwing's
That's
not gonna have a big enough butt.
America's cake right there.
America's butt right there is Dick Grayson's.
There you go.
Wholeheartedly agree. That's literally, I've shown you people are complaining about the casting for Dick Grayson. If he does not have enough cake, they don't want it. And the man has to be pretty enough to be wanted by everybody, male and female, which is again true because Dick Grayson.
You might as well be a vampire.
Let's go. We gotta find the perfect one.
Well, you work that night.
I can't see him as a Batman.
Nightwing. Hello. But I don't know because I've heard it got
He came out
halted.
of Batman's
but I heard
stable of little boys.
But as far as that movie is concerned, Brave and Bold is put on the shelf again.
Well, I don't think he's playing Brave and Bold.
Oh, he's not Brave because Brave and Bold was put on the shelf. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Or
if he does, okay, first of all, if Chris Evans ever does a Batman movie and it's not the Court of Owls, I refuse to watch it.
Ooh.
That
he would kill in that storyline.
Yeah,
I could just hear that scene again, where he says, "You went after everyone, but the mistake is you went after my kid." Now it takes off the message. Now I'm gonna have to hurt you, and I'm gonna like it. I'm like, I want to see him say those words and then put, excuse me, you're gonna believe this one, but an eye whooping like a giant can, crack it open, big out the shovel, and then boom, serve it.
Yeah, he would kill it in that.
Recently went to I learned at the Comic-Con that Gentle Giant went under.
Gentle Giant, they
did
food brand?
No, the
comic book maker or company?
No, it's the toy maker. The
toy maker. Okay, Gentle Giant. Okay.
Yeah,
what did
they
they
went
make?
under. They used to make a lot of collectibles, Batman statues.
Yep.
Star Wars, Star Trek.
Like Figma type of like toys?
No. Like a huge statues that are about this big, and you have.
I bought at the Comic-Con. I bought the Grogu on the carriage.
Like those busts, those big busts. Oh, okay, yeah.
I forgot what's another company that does the same thing. Either they're not Fan Home, but you build those really.
Yeah, I don't
you don't
like
buy
those.
them. You don't buy them already done. There's another one. It's just not coming to me right now. But they also make busts of all types.
Yeah.
Some of them that are about like from the floor to this high. And I was like, damn, where do you
If I
have
ever
the
got
room for that
rich
sort
and
of
like
thing?
became like a lottery winner, I wouldn't tell people, but there would be signs.
What do you mean?
Like I would buy like giant busts. Like there would be signs.
What's the second house for? It's for all of that.
There's a company that bought out all their stuff and is selling it. They were at the con, as a matter of fact.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So like an estate
They were
sale
right
type of thing?
across from the lair.
Oh. Because I remember that same spot in that right wing.
Artist Alley?
I still have the number of this company that made Godzilla busts. So we're talking Godzilla, Gamera, and the monster. But then they had the one that literally stood as tall as me.
Oh, nice.
And that one was actually Godzilla from the Monsterverse.
Life-size boyfriend.
Life size Dino. That's my dog, bro. I put him in the front door like that's cool, like he about to go off.
There's a store on my block. It's a Max Deals. They put up a huge, but it's a balloon of Godzilla, and it's killing that block because all the kids want to see it, and then they go inside the store, so they're killing it.
Mm-hmm. It's like what do you call it, Forbidden Planet, where they have that Terminator, the T-101, right there with the machine gun lights and then eyes open. Imagine you get that and you put it in front of your door, and then you ring the door and you just automatically come open.
I want a life-size R2.
A life-size R2? Well, that was easy to get. They have one over at
you can build it yourself too.
Yeah, you can build it, but the one at Forbidden Planet is already set. You got a remote. Let's do it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's really nice. What's the other one? They have one. Okay. What's the name? GameStop, right? Same place, but somewhere like around Broadway. Is it Broadway or 7th? No, 3rd Avenue, 14th Street, Union Square. So you go to the opposite side. You go to the GameStop, and they have a full-size Iron Man, the Mark 42 armor from the 3rd movie, standing there. And I'm like, how much? I was like, I'm telling you, like, how much?
Because Home Depot is actually selling a life-size R2 very cheaply too. It moves and everything.
Oh, so then if you
it has a Christmas hat on, nice.
I would want the BB-8 if I'm gonna do. He knows me.
BB-8, yeah.
BB-8's mine. Even though I love R2 and I love
R2's the. I got my room's got over a lot of R2s. No disrespect.
Yeah, he has a kind of certain walkway out of his room because it's like filled. No. You put that look. That's a correct look to put.
Yeah,
that's a true.
Was it you that sent the video that they said that R2D2 sounds like he talks Spanish or something like that? It's only he curses in Spanish.
I saw that.
That had me crying on TikTok.
You sent it to me, didn't you?
No, I sent it to him, but I don't have you on TikTok. But when I send you stuff on Facebook, it doesn't work when I open the link, so I don't know if it works for you. So that's why I stopped sending it on Facebook for a minute. But I got to get your specific TikTok account so I can send you the same ones I send him. That had me crying. I was like, yeah, that tracks. He's cursing everybody out in Spanish.
I think I don't know if you got it. The one I sent to you,
great.
Where they have the Chuleta Ranger, the
Boricua Rangers.
No, the Boricua Rangers, but the Boricua Rangers is one is Chuleta, the other one is Habichuela, the other one is Aguacate.
You're making me hungry.
Well, that's what it is. La comida Boricua Rangers.
It was Power Rangers, though. It was really cool.
Oh,
it was really
my
funny.
God. When I looked at it, I said, no, they did not. I did almost hurt. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, I'd be getting like the crazy.
I was getting hungry, bro. Like, yeah, I would have got hungry with that. I sent it to you, Charles. It was hilarious. I even sent it to Boricua. I said, this would be funny if you could have somebody that dresses up like that in your group. What are you? I'm the Chuleta Ranger. What are you, the boy? I know.
I'm dressing up as Totones.
Right, that would have been one.
That'd have been great.
They had the taco,
Totones! That's exactly what I would have done.
She even did the sound effect. Totones!
Oh, Lord. What? Man, that's hilarious.
Then you would have had the gay version.
Totones.
Con pollo.
No, maduro.
No, if it was from the hood, it'll be like the two say café and otro con leche.
Yeah.
You know?
Arroz con pollo. No.
Corona!
No.
Oh my God! Today,
Corona, Modelo. Exactly.
Modelo's good.
Modelo's good,
so
but I love Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friend.
Yeah, okay.
But the dude, side note on that dude, he's Jewish and he's not tanned. They only tanned him. He's Jewish. They tanned him, and then they just learned how to get a what do you call it? A Spanish accent. And stay 13
Dos Equis?
Yeah, he's Jewish.
What?
Dude, I read it. It's like, and I'm like, that's what I was like.
How dare you?
Excuse me? You don't have a real a real
You couldn't find one? Nah, I believe it.
The
A
most
lot of
interesting man in the world.
You can't be mad at that nowadays, though, because I mean, look at Mr. Doesn't Blow His Nose, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
First of all, even back then when they used to cast, I remember when I used to go auditions, I was told I was not ethnically ambiguous enough to play a Puerto Rican. I am Puerto Rican.
His manager or agent, whatever, is not Spanish.
Well, that goes without saying. He don't have to be Spanish to be his agent.
But everybody assumed because he so represents this and represents that.
Yeah,
and
he just saw money. He was like, "Yeah, it's cool."
And his agent, no,
talking about that cheese. I want that case.
And he's
that K-pop song I played the other day.
I can't get into that K-pop crap.
I love. First of all, I just like any type of music as long as it's good. So there's some that the beats are fire. I don't even care what they're singing. I'm like, yeah, this beat is dope.
Some of them come with some R&B hits that
R&B. The R&B artists in Korea are like none other.
Did you see the new thing on Instagram that somebody posted? Like, for example, Eminem songs, but done in the 50s.
Oh, I've seen those.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are AI covers.
Those are AI covers because on the way here, right, I showed her. I said, "This is either AI or is it real?" And it was a 1950s soul cover of, oh my God, what's her name again?
Alicia Keys. I know
Alicia Keys song. Some people want it all. Yeah. So this guy is singing it in a 50s R&B style. I said, listen to it, and then you tell me if this is either AI or it's a live person. She was able to tell it because the riffs and the runs that he was doing were too perfect.
No. I said what I said is specifically was that I want to say it sounds like it could be a real person, but that the reverb, there's something that's off about it. That's not it just sounds like it could be AI. So that's what I said.
Yeah, that's right. It was AI, but
it just sounded off. There was
when
something
she told
off.
me it was right after one of his riffs and runs that to me sounded too perfect.
Not perfect. It's just there was something
No,
weird.
it was too perfect. It's like you didn't have that much breath from some people want it all. I want nothing at all.
Yeah. And that was another thing. You couldn't hear the breaths, right?
The riffs and the runs? No.
He would do like the melodies, and I didn't hear breathing. So I was like, okay.
No.
Maybe it was cut out because sometimes they do that to cut out the breaths. But
it's good. And then they had a lot of other songs that came after, and I'm like, they're doing it in the 1950s soul version. I'm like, damn, that's
there's an actual TikToker who does it on his own though. Like he takes songs and he's like, I think one he did I saw was Korn. What was it? I forget which song it was, but it was one of the Korn songs, and he did it in like a 60s jazz version, and it was so. And he sits there and he does it, and it was he's really good. Mm-hmm. I'll find one and I'll send it to you so that way you can see. But there are people who actually do it, but the AI makes it easier. But you could tell with certain aspects, it just doesn't sound normal.
Joseph Solomon, that's one artist that you can find, and he does covers of songs. And he does it with a guitar.
The Moreno,
and a more,
Yep, that's what I think I'm talking about. Yeah.
Joseph Solomon, that's the name of the artist.
Sits at his table. What is?
He was doing, Valerie? Really and I'm like, what? But when you heard the first version, that Valerie, it's all snap. But he did it in a soulful way and playing it with the guitar. Excellent. It wasn't even art. It's not even AI, but the AI ones, I was like, I like the arrangement.
Oh my God.
I love the arrangement that they chose for 50s style of R&B, because you had the girl wing section here being your backgrounds, or one was you're gonna love this. One was a gospel version of the thong song. I didn't know whether I was like, damn, that's good, but damn, I wanted to laugh so hard. I'm driving, I'm like, no, he did not. And here's the priest going, that thong. I'm like,
the thong song, the music is literally Eleanor Rigby, right?
I know, but
So-
this guy had like the group, the choir behind him.
So I can hear it.
Like what?
So the thong song that if I remember correctly, it's a sample of Eleanor Rigby. So if you hear it,
From the Beatles.
from the Beatles. So there are people who I heard it was at their wedding they were playing it, and at first people were like, "What?" And then they like it transitions into it, but it's a sample from Eleanor Rigby.
Mm-hmm.
If you play them, like you'll hear the similarities. Like it's like how this guy when he did Under Pressure, his original song, and then he did I forgot the cover. Who was this boy's the white boy version? Because Under Pressure is the original version by Queen,
Right?
and what's his name?
Sting. Not Sting.
It's David Bowie
David
and
Bowie.
Queen,
David Bowie.
right?
Right.
Yeah, Under Pressure. And then what was this guy's? The Vanilla Ice, the Ice Ice Baby is a sample for that.
You know what though? I still dig Vanilla Ice.
I prefer Ninja
I
Rap.
like his show where he's
Go
doing
Ninja,
flips.
go Ninja,
when he's doing
go.
property.
That was mine.
When he does property flips, because at least he's talking what he knows. And he does some beautiful flips of some houses that properties he picks up. Beautiful, beautiful work.
He's really good at letting it go. Let it go.
He gets the partner. He's let it go.
He just lets it go.
I'm gonna find every way to do this.
I remember the flip. He sold one to Tom Cruise.
Garbage.
Wow.
Ouch.
Basura.
Basura. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? Spanish is a great language for like finding mad synonyms for. I can keep going.
You can stop.
Okay. As far as DC property is concerned, since you brought up Batman, right, for this character, what about the one in 27 coming out, Arkham Asylum?
What?
There's an Arkham Asylum film by DC Studios.
Okay.
It's going to be in production for a 27 release.
I don't think it's gonna do good. I don't see how.
Well, remember, this is the place where all of Batman's rogues wind
So
up
they would have to show.
I think they also underestimate that a lot of people know all of his rogue gallery.
Sure.
They have not shown enough of them in the movies for people to even really care
let's see.
or know about all of them.
I'm going.
I'll be crazy because
memory.
I would watch the movie and be like, if I saw Calendar Man, I'm like, all right, let's go. Like weird, obscure characters you don't see.
And it's funny. In Spawn, the comic book, they did something like that.
Mhm.
And in Spawn, the comic book, they showed the arms coming out of like a jail cell, and each arm you could see that it was a Batman arm. It was Superman, because they never showed the faces, but they showed the arms, the hands.
The allusion to it.
Yeah, it made you okay. I can see this. I know who these characters are.
Mm-hmm.
How are they gonna do that with Arkham? They have to do
Well,
something
remember,
similar.
if you're going with the whole history, if you're going to go with the whole
And if they
history
make it
of
a
Batman,
horror film, I'm gonna be mad.
From Michael Keaton till now. So you had your Penguin, right? You had Mr. Freeze. You had Riddler. Of course, you can't have it complete without Joker. So that's 4 rogues in itself.
I have an idea for.
I don't know about a different one that I can think of from all the history going. God, long history of the Batmans who played them, but the rogues that they use in each and every one of them.
They need to
But they
bring
haven't
back.
used enough.
They
of
haven't
them.
used. You're right.
They need to
haven't
bring
used
back
enough of them.
King Tut.
What? Oh, yeah.
You said you don't want it to be a horror movie. I actually think it would be kind of cool as a concept for horror if they did it from like the perspective of like the main characters being the rogues gallery and they're being hunted down by Batman, but you barely see Batman the whole movie. It's just them being hunted down by him and they're trying to avoid him.
Yeah.
That would be a cool concept.
They were talking about doing a Clayface film.
They
Oh
are.
God.
It's gonna suck.
I don't understand. The only way Clayface would work is if they did it was Court of Owls, right, when he was pretending to be Bruce because he was dead. So like I could see them doing those storylines, but just a Clayface movie by himself, it doesn't make any sense. No, it wasn't Clayface. I'm so sorry. It was what's his name? The friend. I forget his name. The one that pretended to be Bruce. Oh, he had the mask. I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about.
We'll think about that during the commercial break, and we'll come
No,
back.
no commercial.
We're actually
break.
ending the
We're
episode.
ending the episode.
Sorry, guys.
We'll come back for the next episode.
He's so
for that.
excited to come out back and
We'll
talk
see
to
you
on the next
Rican episodes. For now, may the force be with you.
Live long
and
and
also with
prosper.
you.
You let it go with Tom Cruise.
You know, you're such a
Welcome Welcome to the zone where geeks collide, where comics and heroes come alive. Marvel, DC, Starfleet in the mix. Lightsabers flash, we're nerding out quick. Nerd